Hello, Ravenclaw. Okay, so third week in a row, huh? What's that about, yeah? How are you guys doing? How's everything going in your life? How was your assignment? Did you have any questions? If you haven't done it yet, feel free to look at last week's video. Might be relevant. But moving forward for this week, just to give you kind of like a little heads up, I'm going for really just an easy read. Okay, I'm going for something not heavy, because my energy is really low. Just coming out of the new moon energy, leading up to the new moon, and new moon definitely takes a lot out of me, like leading up to it. I rage. It's just hard for me, guys. All right. So, plus last week, I got a lot of stuff done. I went into creativity overload, and, so I I don't want to say I'm in a stuck energy, guys, but I'm just definitely in a let's keep it simple this week, which look at how very nice and compromising your guys' energy is. I wanted to do 4 cards, and that was the easiest 4 cards so far. So let's get a clarifier, and let's go from there, okay? So yeah, we're not going to go really deep. We're going to go for just really nice, simple kind of energy that just wants to, just wants to be kind of heard. Something gentle, easy. Let's see what we got. Oh, Molly. I love Molly. So we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, so that passionate, creative, sexual kind of, I never really thought of the Queen of Wands as very motherly. How interesting that they chose her for that. I always thought it was more... No, actually, no, now that I think about it. Is it? Interesting. My brain is drawing somewhat of a blank. Okay, so we have George Weasley. Yes. Again, he's been coming out a lot lately. So this is the twin that survives. So this is a part of you that goes on. That's how I've always kind of, well, not how I've always, but definitely how I see George, right? Like, he's the one that lives. He's the half that has damage. Literally and, kind of spiritually, right? Like, his heart is hurt, like part of his soul, because, I mean, his twin is gone. So he's the part that goes on. So he's like this representation of somebody who's not really whole. Might scratch that one, guys. Bear with me. So we have 2 Ravenclaw energies here. Oh, and I was just talking about Trelawney literally like 10 minutes ago with my husband. So funny that she would show up. And what we were talking about was just like this. So like her whole story background, right, is like she's descended from Cassandra, right? And Sybil was the name of one of like the famous oracles. And but like, so Cassandra, like, nobody believed her, and Trelawney, nobody believes her, right? And she's not exactly known for being accurate with her prophecies or for predicting the future. She's kind of like a hack, right? Oh man, same with Luna, right? How funny. They're both Ravenclaws. So, Ravenclaw, you guys are very, smart, right? Oh man. If it wasn't for my cunning and my ambition, maybe I would have been in Ravenclaw. I don't know, guys. I don't think I could really match you guys toe to toe for the wit. I don't know. And for that, just being awfully smart. I don't know. Scratch that whole idea. It to me, it's just funny because it's like, God, guys, I'm really, really smart and I know what I'm talking about, but nobody believes them. But see, they don't bring that energy, right? They're just like, hey, I'm smart and I know what I'm talking about. And if you don't believe me, well, oh well, right? I mean, no sweat off my balls. But they are right. Like, that's the funny part. Is so maybe you guys are having a bit of Cassandraism right now, right? Where you guys are saying stuff and nobody's listening. Maybe you feel like nobody's hearing you, right? Or, because look, I actually pulled the right card. I know you guys probably don't see the relevancy in this, but yeah, that I'd pulled actually the Hungarian Horntail and called it as the Chinese Fireball in a couple of earlier reads, and I felt kind of dumb for it, but whatever. I still stand by the way I... Stop it. Sorry, dog is just like going to town on herself. So the Chinese Fireball is very much self-sabotaging, right? So maybe Ravenclaw, that damaged new part of yourself, is telling you something and you're not listening. Maybe you're not listening to your intuition. Maybe you're listening too much to your brain, but you're not listening to your intuition. And you know what? With the Queen of Wands here, I'm really getting that it's definitely an intuition thing, right? So completely opposing energies. I don't know if that's really a thing as far as like swords and wands are opposing, because they're kind of not, right? Like one is air and one is fire, so they're kind of like this as opposed to like directly opposite. But for me, a sword and a wand are both like, sticky, okay, for lack of a better word, the penis energy, right? All right. As opposed to more of a vessel like the cup, right? The chalice, right? Or the pentacle. So this circular, right? So more of like the stabby energy. So for me, like one, you're listening to like your passionate thing, but you're overthinking it. That didn't come out necessarily correct. I'm getting this. You need to listen to your intuition, honey. Like, your gut is telling you something that your brain is telling you not to listen to. And how funny that they, for the pictures, right? Like they both, so Trelawney, of course, we know she has the glasses, right? But Luna has her glasses too, right? So you're seeing something, but you're talking yourself out of it. I think you are talking yourself out of something that in your gut, and you're sabotaging yourself right now. Like you're second guessing yourself. Ravenclaw, stop second guessing yourself. Like, just stop right now. Whatever that thought was that you had, whatever you thought you were seeing, like that's it right there. And it's funny too, because like with it being Molly and Molly being very motherly, and then Luna's Patronus being a rabbit, very fertile energy. Like, I don't know, Ravenclaw, one of you guys thinking you're pregnant, but like trying to talk yourself out of it. Like, do you need to go get a pregnancy test? I don't know. Okay, that went a little deeper than I wanted it to. That's kind of heavy energy right there. Because anytime you're thinking about having kids, you better be having heavy energy with that, because it's life-changing. But this, I just feel like Is it that serious? I don't know. Only you know what that is. Whatever this is, guys. Now, I do want you also to think, so George, he kind of dealt with the whole thing with humor. Like, that's how the twins always dealt with stuff. They always be making jokes. And these guys were kind of serious. Maybe they're taking themselves too seriously. I mean, Luna doesn't come across as serious nature, but like she's not really a jokester, you know what I mean? So a lot of, I don't know. Like, do you think it's a joke? I feel like I think too hard on that one. I think that it's just that you, oh, how funny, because that's exactly what I'm feeling right now. It's like I want to think too hard about it instead of just going with my intuition. And my intuition was saying, yo, you're thinking too hard about it. Go with your intuition. Boom. That's it. That's the message right there. You're thinking too hard, Ravenclaw. Listen to your intuition. For once in your life, listen to your gut, all right? Whatever that decision is, that's how you're going to figure it out. All right. Yeah, that's freaking crystal clear right now, guys. All right, I love you guys. Be kind to yourself, and I will see you next week. All right, bye-bye.